These beats are the purest. Love it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome on into the Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 4 Week 1 matchup between the Vancouver Villains and the Los Gatos de Guadalajara. I don't know, I haven't checked it. My Spanish is a little rough. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hopefully everybody's having a great night. And we're ready to bring you some Overwatch action. Back at it. Aurora has returned. And some new faces, or some old faces back in the captain role. With Paige coming back as the manager of the Gatos. And then we also have War returning to captain up the Vancouver Villains. Both these teams, I think, fairly equal in terms of where people place them in the power rankings right now. So there should hopefully be a close match. Maybe we'll get to Paige's first victory as a captain sooner rather than later, but that is yet to be seen. Join me later is going to be Zaften once their Overwatch finishes installing, but for right now, it is going to be a bit of a solo cast. But yeah, I wonder if anybody's made an announcement in Overwatch about the production being live, but let me go ahead and check that. League of Legends has an announcement. Does Overwatch have it? Well, might be kind of tough for everybody to show up. There's a lot of scrimmings, a lot of ringers going on. Hello, chat. Both teams are. Oh, why am I lead? Oh, why me lead? I didn't realize that I was game lead. Well, we're going in. Hey, no, Fedora, you say that they're in there, but he said he will DM me when his Overwatch is done installing. So he's not ready to cast. So you've been caught capping on main there, buddy. Yeah, going into Coliseo. This is a interesting map so far in terms of the meta, but we're probably seeing the Junker Queen and or the Roadhog coming from Canary. Of course, she is playing only those tanks this season, as well as Joom, Junk, and Hog. So yep, there's the Hog. But now the thing's exciting though is the Vancouver Villains have their full roster here, so they actually are at their full strength, and people think that if this team shows up, we have them in A for attendance in the Power Rankings and the Smelly Goonies podcast, so potentially they could show up the Gatos Los Gatos de Guadalajara on their first game. I'm calling them Gatos from now on. Villainy begins from war. Thank you, War. Chat really enjoys that. Yeah, the kind of the standard Sigma composition here with the Sim TP coming out for the Vancouver Villains as they take the space down main, but right now Canary and the entirety of the Gatos are going on the flank looking for a hook. Not quite going to land. Esrath there to back him up. The bot still has not quite opened up yet, but the map has been flipped. Nice hook coming out from Canary. Will isolate out Yoda the Sigma, but no real follow-up there. Yak falling low, forced to retreat for now. Another hook over on Yoda. Esrath strikes first to trade, 1-for-1. But you gotta imagine the Gatos have been an advantage to taking that tank out of the fight with Yoda being down. Another hook from Canary onto Cupcake lands, and Yak finishes up with the final blow melee. A free 16 or so meters will be garnered right now for the side of the Villains, but the Gatos taking this fight pretty early with Canary popping up on the Roadhog so far. She's finding hook after hook. And finally cleaned up there. Interesting to see we have Panini back kind of on towards that main role. He came in initially on the Handsome Hoggins. He's the one playing more of that Lucio style. Not the BAP we're seeing a lot of last few seasons, but kind of what this team needs, especially if Tedium is going to be playing that character. Canary can't quite land that hook. Look at the ultimates here. Tedium pretty close to Casino Rush. Yak close to a Pulse Bomb. Really nothing to speak of here for the Villains, as Yak looks to be going a bit of a flank here, looking for some damage on the back line. Cupcake puts down the turret bomb through the TP, but Yak has his Pulse Bomb lined up. Panini falls. Got a little too aggressive there, and Cupcake finds him with the right click. The Pulse Bomb does land, though, on a shitty, so both losers are trade out. Whalefish tries to follow up some damage, but Esrath is there. Canary does land the hook, but the new Hog combo, she can't quite land that. They use the wall on top of the other wall to stop the whole Hog from getting any value from Canary. She has to retreat using that take a breather, but Tedium gonna get staggered out here. Panini has to turn to the fight, but is it a little bit too late? Canary flying low. Canary gonna get walled off and rocked as well, so that's a devastating stagger on the Roadhog. She'll not be back in time to stop Spot from getting progress. And that's probably going to be the lead garden here for the Villains. A lot of ults used there. Oh, and a stagger on a Yak, but a lot of ults used from the side of the Gatos, and really nothing garnered except for a lost fight. The lead is now taken, and 4 ults ready to use here for the Villains. We'll see what one decided to use here first. Whalefish trying to build towards that blade. Panini has the beat and ready for this blizzard to come on down, but Yoda could get that out with the Flux early. Looking for a bit of poke right now from some Vancouver Villains. They're playing inside the wall. Not going to find too much there. The blizzard on top of the Flux is going to get stopped here by the beat and the hook out of the Flux. Both teams decide to find no value with the ultimates today. Tedium has 1 HP but gets around the corner just in time, but the kills are coming hot and heavy. The ultimates get laid down and the kill feed lights up blue. The Vancouver Villains look to be taking this checkpoint here on push early. Yak and trying to get a stagger here on a Withering, but the checkpoint has been gained. In the meantime, the hook does land, but Jex breaks around the corner. Not too much going to happen out right now. Yes, Drew, I do know that GMD is in their chat right now, but he's currently installing Overwatch to his site. He will join us once his Overwatch is installed. And until then, I'll be solo casting, but he'll be DMing when that happens. Here comes the blade out from Whalefish, trying to bring us back in the favor of his squads. The kills are heavy in favor of the Vancouver Villains, but a clutch here from Canary, a clutch from Whalefish. What a TP from Cupcake Katoa, 2 feet away, and it's going to get staggered out. The Gatos have finally brought this back in their favor, but they are down a solid 35 or so meters, and they had to invest the blade, the pulse bomb, the beat to do that. Esrath finds Yak early, so down that Tracer going to be pretty tough here. Esrath does force you the ace block pretty early, though, in Immortality Field. So a lot of cooldowns being invested here from the Vancouver Villains. And top of the wall, the Suzu comes out on top of the Casino Rush. A lot being used right now, but Canary is rocked. Look at the assists in the kill feed. Canary takes the entire team to take her on down. Right now, the Vancouver Villains are finding the picks here with Panini going down. Really no escape, no more speed boost to get on out. And just a symbol again invested. And that's probably going to be a checkpoint and a couple more meters garnered for the Vancouver Villains. Canary trying to move here. Panini swaps over onto the Mercy and Whiplash onto the Soj. So we're going to have a pocketed Sojourn alert as Canary moves down forward. But the checkpoint has been garnered and they get a couple meters past it. So it could be big coming forward here. Yak is on a flank. Looking to put some work in 91% to that pulse bomb, but the right click lands And the Blizzard as well on the floor. No attack up from Withering, but any freeze coming out. No, but does not need it. As Ezra lands on down, Panini flies on him, but right into the symmetric turrets and the May freeze. An unlucky disengager from the Mercy for the Gatos. Yak just forced to try to retreat for now. It looks like they 1 HP down from Yak. Doesn't find the way out as Cupcake finds the final blow. That's going to be a nasty sticker. Canary swaps over onto the Doomfist off that Roadhog. Doesn't get a punch up, but forced to retreat for now. No super punch gained. Wither and Yoda have the ult ready. Canary trying to punch off Yoda, but not going to get enough charge on that punch. Here comes the window on top of the wall. Not too much they can really do right now for the Gatos aside from hide from all his pressure. But the bot continues to move forward, and the rock goes on through and finds Teddy on the back end. Canary is very weak and gets walled off. She's not going to be able to get that Mega. But the res from Panini in the Valkyrie form is gigantic. Gets Teddy back in the fight, but Teddy taken down immediately again. Yoda going crazy on the Sigma right now. Yak trying to bring back with the favor of the team. Not going to have Panini whips out the Glock. Support of combat is in the back. And not going to go in the favor of Panini. And now 120 meters right now. Almost a 100-meter advantage for the Vancouver Villains. Villainy is afoot. As just the stagger swaps. Trying to get last second touch. Willfish using the overclock. Puts in that pressure. Forces the Villains to retreat for now. Pretty awkward spot there for Withering as a slide on up for Willfish. Will get that kill with a BAF out of the fight in the Matata field. No window building. It's probably going to be just staggers dying on carts. But you're the Vancouver Villain. Did they use beat? That might have been a bit overkill. Might not have needed that. Might want that for later. And the res comes through into Yak. So no last kills for the Villains. But looking at ults, really nothing for either side. Close to, we had the Casino Rush from Tedium. Almost a Blizzard from S-Wrath. But right now, I'm guessing the Villains are going to be playing their game of just try to stop the cart for as long as possible. They have 3 minutes and a 100-meter advantage. Canary on the Doomfist trying to get something done here. Build it towards her Meteor Strike. Lands on in. Will be able to get that from Willfish. Finds a kill on the one person who had an ultimate on the Vancouver Villains. A great pick for Willfish to find with the charge on shot. Canary has to use the Meteor Strike. Lands on into Wither and the Pulse Bomb on top of the dead bodies with a Meteor Strike and the Pulse Bomb to take down Wither. They wanted every gun they had to fire on that man. Canary trying to get a free power punch off that. Not quite going to do it. Yoda getting staggered out in the backline. Yoda finally put out of his misery. That will be a closer checkpoint, but probably not the full way. But Whalefish, close to the overclock. Could be the game changer, especially fighting Esrath earlier in the last fight. Was pretty massive. But Esrath still has his Blizzard for last second contest here on the checkpoint. Might look to throw it on down. They find Tedium on cart. See if they can force out a Suzu. They do force out the Suzu, so the Blizzard will be free if they decide to land it. The TP as well. And now Esrath up against Yak on the points. A big split coming through here for both our teams. But Tedium is very weak, and Esrath finds the final blow. Blizzard throwing it on the cart for a last second measure to get these final blows. But it looks like the Gatos are trying to retreat. Try to keep as many numbers alive as they possibly can. But not going to happen as Willfish slides into the bot. Try to get a last second touch on the meters, but not going to happen. And he didn't get checkpoint off that. With 1 minute remaining and just under 70-meter advantage, you're feeling pretty good if you're the Vancouver Villains. Villainy might be a foot early. But 3 ults for the Gatos. They will have Pulse Bomb, the overclock. Canary can get aggressive here with that Meteor Strike. Here comes the overclock from Whalefish. Trying to put some pressure on Withering. But Withering has the Retire Field. Keep himself nice and healthy, but after that taken down. And slide under the rock. The slick maneuvers from Whalefish. Not going to mean too much other than style points. And the bot continues to move here in favor of the Villains. They finally stop it. They get the res, but Yoda stops. They didn't get the res. And the bot stopped for 1 more second. But now, they did have to use the overclock, but it was a fight win. They had to get this checkpoint. Only 30 seconds remaining. They're walking into a Gravitic Flux, walking into a beat. I miss you too, Koala. Okay, I miss you too, Adam. I'll DDoS you on main. But hopefully you're having a great night. Shadyfish has this beat. Might try to hold it here. If somebody gets landed on by the Meteor Strike. Or might counter out the Casino Rush. They do use the pulse bomb. Not going to find anything but the air. And the gravitic flux finds Panini. It's a huge pick right now. Shifty just up in the air. Doesn't even have to use this. Might want to have to use this beat now. It's overtime. What are you holding on for it for? What are you holding on to it for? Doesn't look like it will really matter. As the final blows are coming hot and heavy for the Vancouver Villains. And they're going to take our first map of Coliseo. And sends off pretty good for the rest of the series. I mean, we knew we had some pretty unorthodox stuff coming from the Gatos, as they were going to be playing, you know, the Hog, Doom the entire season. Junker Queen. The Doom and the Hog saw some daylight. We did not see any Junker Queen, so that could be the swap they have to make to stop this Sigma composition right now for Vancouver Villains. But let's see what it is. Other side of this map break. Do not go anywhere. Overwatch Clash continues after this.
These beats are the purest.
And we are back. Hello back, everybody. We are back with the Vancouver Villains and Los Gatos of Gaudalajara game for Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 4 Week 1. We did the Vancouver Villains taking our first map of Coliseo, but now going over on into Numbani. We'll see if any swaps come on through for La Gatos of Gaudalajara. And I believe it's... I think I pressed the right button. Did you see the attack things change? Oh, yeah, I did do it right. Okay, anyway. Vancouver Villains will be on the defense first. And really no big wholesale swaps coming on, except for War comes in for Shittyfish and Zainababa for Panini. So a main support swap for both our teams. Everything else stays relatively the same. Holy moly, you think that's cool? Just wait, just imagine if the Vancouver Villains and the Gaudalajara decide to switch sides, so Guadalajara's attacking first. Ooh. Look, they can switch. Anyway. Canary back over onto the Doomfist. Whalefish onto the Genji. We didn't see that last time. We saw more of the long range scan with the Sojourn. See, Esrath does fall pretty weak initially, but Cupcake, never mind. Whalefish dives on in and with a deflect kill. We'll get that opening blow onto Esrath with the Ashe out of the picture. A lot more control for Canary here. Yoda does dive in on the back line, trying to exchange a bit, but Canary is there to stop the retreat from the giant monkey man. And Whalefish going crazy on supports. Now the follow through with a dive on Canary. Cupcake is one for the stat line, but not too much coming out of it. So a pretty good start there right now for the Guadalajara. Much better look so far for them on Nambani than we saw in Coliseo. Both these teams forgetting you can do the switch spawns thing with the J key or your interact key. Yoda having to waste his bubble because of that, but does get Esrath out alive. So not too bad. Yak is pretty close as duplicate here. Will be the only ult online for either squad. Finding a lot of pre-dirt with these sticky mines, as well as the tri-shots. Does have the duplicate ready to go. The Dynamite will land over onto Yak, but gets healed right back up by Zainab. But Esrath gets res right back, so really a pick of no consequence as the fight really begins to break out now. No ult exchange, but Esrath building up towards his Bob pretty quickly. He's going to get dived on. A lot of burning members of the Guadalajara, but Yak goes on in. Yak with 2 on the crunch with Cannon on the top. I was going to say it's a pretty big dynamite force out of Suzu from Tedium, but doesn't matter if we have a focusing beam Yak in your backline buying his third this fight. And right now, the Gatos are setting a record-setting pace here on Ambani. They will have over 5 minutes in the time bank, and it looks like Yoda's not going to be able to touch as Canary trying to stop him. Yes, they will. Yoda forced a retreat, and now 6 minutes in the time bank for the Gatos, and they still have 4 ults here, almost 5 ready to use. Really nothing to speak of for the Vancouver Villains. They have the Nano, a Bob, a Primal Rage, but no real big fight changers that we could see it like Whalefish Nano Blade or Whalefish Blade. No Nano, no chills here. Canary is in on the flank, but gets sucked for it, but does stop. Allow Yak to go pretty aggressive here with the sleep being down. Yoda dives on into the back, has a Primal Rage, does find Tedium, doesn't use the Primal Rage just yet. The duplicate is an exchange here on supports. Canary, they have to use that Meteor Strike to get out now. They're trying to build it towards a free Nano. 99%, they will have it. Uses it on Canary the second they get it. Dives on in. But the slide from Cupcake keeps us alive for just a couple more seconds. But Canary's still in your back line. Yoda did clean up the cart. So the cart wasn't moving that entire game, that entire fight. And used 3 ults for that. The left support ult's ready to go for the Vancouver Villains. Cupcake slides and dodges the punch. Canary is anti-nated and taken down. Disaster for the Gatos' hopes of setting a gigantic time bank, but they still have 5 minutes ready to go. And this is not King's Row C, ladies and gentlemen. This is not where time bank's going to die. Though it does help. It does dwindle the time bank quite a bit on this map, but I won't say it. You got to keep King's Row C special, you know. And now Yoda walking on forward with the help of the squad. We'll find Xena Baba. And now the ults have quickly swapped here in favor of the Vancouver Villains. They had the Ride, they had the Nano, as well as the Overclock. Canary falls so weak. Canary very weak, but will get healed on up. But Yak cannot be said for the same. Do they go for the res here? Does Xena Baba risk it? Does our Season 3 champion go for it? The Season 3 champ goes for it. He's going to get it. His ring doesn't weigh him down in that flight across. They have the blade from Whalefish. He's looking to use it, but falling weak. Casino Rush. Do they use a blade on top, but Cupcake using that overclock on the back. But here comes the blade out from Whalefish, but the rally is there to keep the team nice alive. It won't. Both supports go down, and both support ultimates were invested. Yoda has Shatter. Does he use it? He does, and he somehow got Yak behind him. Impressive display. And look at the Esrath on the flanking high noon. This is bonkers fight, but somehow the villains are coming on top of it. Despite the heroics from Whalefish, Yak uses duplicate here on the Kiriko, trying to build a Kasuni rush. Canary, the meteor strike comes in on top of that. So many ults being thrown in here, and no kills being garnered. Canary falling weak. Canary 1 HP. They don't give her the power punch. The Suzu is there in time, though. Will the healing for Canary? It will, but Yak again left on an island. Lose that Echo early in the fight. Now Yoda is flanking on Reinhardt. The roll on in from Ezra gets the headshot on top of it. The pin from Yoda with 200 HP. Both tanks exchange, though, as the spawns are heavily in favor of the Vancouver villains. And Cupcake finding 2 in the kill feed, lighting it up. And now what was a 6-minute time bank dwindles down to 2.5 minutes. And Canary makes a swap over on the Junker Queen. Point C Nambani a little more favorable towards a Broly style composition rather than a dive. A lot of tight corners to play around, so I like that swap. And now we've seen all 3 tanks that Canary can play this season. Because no, she said she's only going to be a 1 trick, so we're keeping our word as the admin team to keep her down to those. Unless it's for emergency situations, such as it's a really bad map for her. Anyway, walking on forward, the wall comes out from Yak and does isolate multiple members. It isolates the cousins. And now it doesn't even look like the Junker Queen was really the answer they needed. It was a Mei all along. And despite the heroics, the Vancouver villains, or I guess the villainy, can't say the heroics we had that team, but despite the villainy on display, they will capture all 3 points. But it did drain off about 4 minutes, so not too bad. And now, because we swap sides, woo, look at that! Oh, wow. So cool, so proud. But do we stick? I wouldn't be surprised to see back to the Doomfist style on the defense for point A and B. But honestly, we could see the Junker Queen come back out for point C. The Junker Queen may... We just have for 1 fight, but it has a 100% success rate. So I can't say that, you know, it's a bad choice. Yeah, back to what they were on the attack, which, granted, they did set a 6-minute time bank on point C and Nambani with this composition, so you can probably stick it and have no trifles and tribulations amongst the people in chat and or in your team. I kind of worked that one in there, that phrase. Anyway, I'm doing my best here. I'm trying to ramble, trying to get Silent Storm, trying to get GMD ready. I know that they were close after Coliseum, so hopefully for map 3, we'll have 2 casters speaking. If this sticks, actually, for the Vancouver villains, with the Bastion Reinhardt, I'm surprised I don't see a Sim to come out with this or a Mei, but it might be kind of rough to make this work without either one of those. But probably just run on that high ground with your Bastion, make it work. Looks like exactly what they're going for here. Go up onto that top left, look to put some pressure on in, but they do get an isolation over onto Esrath. Esrath does agree with the team eventually here. Bastion form is used by Cupcake. Trying to melt down some opposite opposing members, and Whalefish take it on down. Now, they're guarding Rose. Zainababa is very weak. Zainababa just trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Zainababa does fly back to the safety of their squad, but they've lost Tatum in the process. Oh, what a fall. What a grenade. And now Canary just trying to stay alive as long as possible, but it looks like the Ryan Bastion has caught the Gatos with their pants down, and they're forced to reset. Despite the quick fight, Yak did basically build the duplicate, 7 close to that one. Canary sticking over on that Doomfist, but she got bad spotted. She will not be with the squad for quite some time here. If they can get a stagger, could be devastating. Cupcake trying to plot summon. Yoda is up here. I don't think they know he's there, so they're trying to bait him in for potentially a charge play on the wall. But the Doomfist is there, puts pressure over on the cart. Yak having this duplicate here. Maybe looking to duplicate the Reinhardt. Whalefish gets to kill the duplicate on the Esrath onto that mirror mode. Onto his counterpart. Cupcake falling very low. The Immortality field is there just in time. Yak low, has to play his life. But it does force the villains to back up. They re-engage with their window. Duplicate over onto the Bastion, but instantly taken down through the window's pressure. Yoda has a shatter. Do they decide to invest it here? Might not need to take down Yak. No, they won't. Canary with a 2-man meteor strike. Slams on down. A lot of ults being exchanged, but the kills are heavily in favor of the Gatos. Looks like Yoda holding on the shatter for a rainy day. As 2 quick kills onto the cousins. I'll keep bringing it up. It appears I'm stuck in a wall. Yeah, I'm stuck in a wall. Chat, please help me. I can't escape. Chat, I'm literally stuck in the wall. Okay, I got up by going underneath the wall, underneath the map. You know, makes sense. But here comes the blade out from Whalefish, but taken down by Cupcake's Hinder Nade. Stops that blade from getting too much work, and Zayn Obaba meets the end of the Crusaders' armor. The bot continues to move forward as the fight happens in spawn. Yak has duplicate, but it looks like going for a spawn camp on Esra is going to work out. Yoda's coming back though with the shatter. Does he land it on these 3 members who don't know he's there? TP comes out from Tedium, so we'll get back with the squad. Meteor strike from Canary onto Wither, onto the bus. Slams him on down. Yoda still holding on to this. Hiding from Yak, trying to find some skulls. Not going to. And Yoda crumbles yet again. And it appears that despite the first fight shenanigans, the Gatos have adapted well to this composition. Late immortality field from Withering as well will not save their life. The late stagger and the time bank continues to dwindle now. Just a measly 3 minutes remaining in the time bank. Do we see any swaps? Look at this. It's a full-on spawn camp right now. They're hiding outside your house. They know where you live, chat. Help them. Canary goes in for that slam punch combo. Kusuna with the shatter does only find Tedium. And they just barely get the kill. Both supports down for the Gatos, but did took a lot for the villains to do so. The charge on through the drive-by from Yoda. The Hinder Nade on the Canary. Has a meteor strike to get out with her life. Looks like she will do just that. Slams on in, trying to get out. Just can't get staggered here. That would be devastating. She's still alive. No, goes down. Just walks outside the safety of the car. And now they'll have to recontest without their tank. They do have the Valkyrie for some sustain. A blade 9% away. Trying to get the Hinder. And the Hinder. Oh no. They're trying to go for the res here with Zayn and the Valkyrie, but gets taken down the Flame Strike. Canary has returned to battle, but has only seen her teammates fall around her. The charge and the C9 technically comes on through. Canary building up that armor, but gets taken out with the right click Richard of Cupcake. And I'm stuck in the car. Okay, Nambani, you know, I'm going to say it, chat. We did not see Nambani much last season. A lot of King's Row for hybrid, or for hybrid. So perhaps they didn't know who I was. They didn't know that people actually spectate this game anymore, aside from King's Row. So that's why it's so buggy. Thoughts? Penny for your thoughts. Canary over onto the Junker Queen here. The swap onto the Heavy Brawl. Esrath onto the Mei. We will have both supports ready for the build, but here comes the blade. Whalefish ate it up. Has to get away. They exchange, but Whalefish has found 2. And now the third. It looks like the Gatos have stabilized here. It's just Yoda swinging on cart, trying to build towards that shatter. Zayn, a little too swag on them feats. And the stagger is nasty. But does build Esra's Blizzard here for the next fight. And he might get out with his life here, actually. It looks like he will. So he basically gave Esrath a free Blizzard, and now he walks away. Not too bad, not too shabby. They still have 3 ults to use. They're walking into duplicate here from Yak. Potentially maybe a flank. Yes, going for the flank duplicate. Probably looking for that on a flank nade, question mark. Could be huge. War does fall low. War's 1 HP. Canary did get slept out of the rampage. But doesn't really seem to matter as Yak on this flank is putting in some work. Yoda is nanoed, but the wall. And take it on down. So in exchange for Nano, Rally, and Blizzard, you use your duplicate and your Junker Queen. Not too shabby if you're the Gatos. You already have, oh my, they're casino rushing into the spawn. I mean, the shatter is nice, but there's no follow-up. Whalefish gets it walled off, but has a deflect. It gets out in time. So in exchange for Casino Rush in their spawn, you force out a shatter, and you get out scot-free. I believe someone might be flanking. No, it doesn't look like it. Thought I heard footsteps behind there. Cupcake, only one on the villains with an ultimate, has the high noon, has to be the super villain. Bring this fight back in favor for the squad to even get a finish at this point. Canary goes on in. Oh, the flank caught out. Oh, Zainababa, 1 HP. Not long for this world in the Valkyrie. And the high noon didn't get any kills, but the villains did not need any ultimates to make it work. Cupcake know that Yak is flanking up here. They are aware, chat. In fact, both DPS are chasing the Echo. Here comes the blade out from Whalefish. The hinder is there. And the kill is also there. But do they touch the cart? Do they touch the cart? No, they don't. That would be a C9 lull in my books, ladies and gentlemen. And the Gatos bring us back to a tied series at 1-1. Very cool. Okay, I got a message from Zaften. Doesn't look like he's ready just yet. Still got to update some more. But hopefully by the time this map break is over, we will have our secondary caster. In the meantime, do not go anywhere. Overwatch Clash continues after this short break.
I will never forgive you!
And welcome on back, everybody, to the Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 4, Week 1 game between the Vancouver Villains and the Gatos. I'm not going to try to pronounce that Spanish name again. I messed up so bad the last time. We have a color caster finally.
Oh god. This is Zaften. I'm dying. I'm here though. Sorry I was late. It took me a half hour to reinstall this game. This game's 40 gigs now.
Well, you gotta have as many gigs for your battle pass as you possibly can.
No, shush. I came back to cheer on the Gatos, Yak and Teddy, and Zainu. Zainu's still stuck in support hell.
I mean, Zainu's got a ring now, so you can't talk bad about him anymore.
Oh, right, I dropped out of the league. I didn't know he won.
Oh
Good
yeah,
job,
they
Zainu.
won last season. He's got a ring that's fresh, baby.
Oh, Teddy's support. Teddy's stuck in support jail.
To be correct. Both teams here playing very different styles, but kind of a poke, but the hook into the well from Canary onto Yoda takes the Sigma out of this fight very early, and now she's trying to take a little more space. It does look like the villains are kind of just running for their lives right now. As down Yoda, not much you can really do.
I agree with that point. Points being taken with Maywall just to make sure that no one gets picked before they're ready to go in.
And I mean, as of right now, Yak is a pretty good off angle behind the enemy team. Canary is looking for a hook here. Does she land it? Now she's forced to retreat. Is rocked.
Yep.
Now they're just gonna wall off the Roadhog. Not have to worry about it. The hook not gonna land. Bastion form is well on point. It will flip for free, but Whalefish finds that first pick over onto S-Wrath. And with the Bastion gone, that's a lot of damage for the villains. Out of the picture, the hook lands, but right in the immortality field, Yak has his duplicate. Do they decide to use it? Yes, they do. Duplicates over onto the Sigma. Building it close to his grid of flux, 4% away from it, has it, and will use it to force the Sig-9 on point. And just as quickly as they got it back, the villains will lose the points.
Yeah, I really like that rock from Yoda early on to force the C9. It just inched. Let's see, it inched Canary just enough, pixels off point to get that flip. Although they recently lost a lead that was still 20% on the board for I don't know what team this is.
The Vancouver Villains of the blue team, and they lose their first member of Cupcake, gets hooked in and taken down by Canary.
Yep, this is a kidnapping comp.
And Whalefish,
Strat.
they get a pick, but Whalefish with a dragon into the Mega Room allows them to get the resurrect. And with the Echo back in the fight, Whalefish cleans it on up the kill feed with multiple kills, and the Hounds will make that a third. Can they get a fourth? Doesn't look like it so far. Oh, never mind. Hits the fadeaway. Oh my god! Whalefish is back on the Hanzo. Cleans up the kill feed.
Move. Canary's looking to knock Sigma off the map.
And don't think she
fails.
will. And now she's in a pretty awkward
Shifty gonna
spot.
get out
They're
the
gonna flux the hog.
Shifty dead. Shifty was waiting, but the Whalefish just had eyes on him.
I mean, this is good if you're the Gatos. It's just wasting time. They used Blizzard and got nothing for it. And now, really, nothing came out of that fight except for about free 60 or so % for your team. Zeno is going off the map. Please, someone help. Does get help from the squad. But you have the duplicate. You have the good senior rush here. And now,
going really low.
Yoda's in a really awkward spot right now. Completely alone. Completely isolated now in the pit. Gone.
Dragon comes out. Beats comes out. Everything coming out.
It's last fight territory. The sleep is gonna land. Yeah,
That's
can't
his
quite
body.
build up
Oh,
the nano. And finds 2 kills on this duplicated support. Finds 2 final blows. And no touch will come.
Overwatch does proc, but I don't think I agree with you. No one can touch that. One thing I was noticing a lot was, well, just Whalefish being a god mainly, just repeatedly finding picks onto both Cupcake and Sarath. Is that how you pronounce that, Sarath?
We've been going as S-Wrath kind of the whole time. We don't really know. You can also call him nickname. That's also another name he has. So S-Wrath or nickname, whatever you want.
Sarath.
Srath.
He's Sarath now.
All right. You've been renamed. You are now Srath.
Yes. That is the power of the casters. We rename you. You are Sarath now.
Kanari.
Kanari, Aaron.
Zainu Baba. Anyway, go-
Panini's running into the spec lock bug. I ran into that so much when casting collegiate. It's so annoying. Anyway, on to the actual match.
Wholesale swap from both these teams on their compositions. You know, the Junker Queen Brawl for the villains, and then the Doom Dive. The Hinder on the Canary takes her down.
And Whalefish is also just getting poked out. Yoda's just running him down. Yeah, Yoda with a 3K. Just realizing that the one way to beat Whalefish and Hanzo in general is just to get in his face and not allow him to shoot anything.
Not allow him the entire map for free like he did last time. That could also help.
Yeah. In fact, that does the hindrance risk does. Sorry, I just realized this skin has a new voice, and it was weirding me out.
Oh, that was a really nice axe right at the doorway. They take down Whalefish. They take down the god, like you said. And now it's just a slaughterhouse inside this little room. Xenobomba gets his though. Gets one for his troubles. But that's gonna be a quick reset.
Still here. Teddy poops out. I don't know where Teddy went.
They use the duplicate, and they find Esras, so not terrible. But Cupcake cleans that up, and now you just basically lost your duplicate.
Yeah, you stagger Yak. It seems that the what now?
The Gatos.
Red team name. The Gatos. Oh, they're just the cats.
Yeah, they're just the cats of Guadalajara.
The Guadalajaran cats. Teddy doing Teddy things.
A great opening pick. The Suzu does come out, but
Yoda!
The Queen 9 comes on out. That would have been a nice one because they forced the Suzu out early from Tedium, but they get the kill mid-cast of that.
Yep. It's a shame it happens to the best of us. There's been a pause from Yoda. Yoda is needing some time, some
time to reflect on what just happened. He's actually they got put in the corner.
Yeah, he needs to think about what he's done. It's good to be back. I'm never playing this game again, but it's good to be back casting it.
That's the most real thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, people say that a lot. When everyone was genuinely surprised, I'm like, yeah, I'm not ever playing this game again. But everyone's also like, that's kind of base. It's like, there's so many other games.
Nope. There's never been a good video game ever made. Sorry.
Hey, I've been playing Season of Discovery, World of Warcraft. That's been pretty fire.
I've been playing chat. What have I been playing, chat? What's a famous game that you guys would like if I say I played?
League of Legends. Valorant.
No, not League of Legends.
No, join the Aurora League. League of Legends League.
Minecraft.
Join it.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. I love that game.
Looking at your chat. I don't know where to find chat. Chat, you are lost to me.
I love taking this cobblestone block and putting it down in my furnace to make a solid stone block.
I can't play Minecraft. I get vertigo after about an hour. It's sad. I want to play it, but I just get dizzy.
We'll give him like another 20 seconds then. If not, we'll go to a quick map break while we figure this out. Well, Witherin figures out how the internet works.
It seems to be a lag spikes. Yoda has been saying that apparently whenever he ults, he drops to about 30 FPS, which I'm like, hey, I'm a 24 FPS warrior. Suck it up.
Hey, we have a...
This is unironically truth. I have actually had frame drops from like where I play at like over 100 FPS and then I drop to 22 frames. I'm like, where am I? What is happening?
Well, anyway, chat. While they figure out the lag issues, we'll send you guys off to a quick commercial break, but do not go anywhere. Overwatch Clash continues after this short break.
Yeah.
And there are, right as I turn the music on. All right, we'll wait for the Gatos to go to RK. When they give the ARG, we're going on back in. Willfish did find a
There he
kill on the
says they're
winner.
ready. Wait
We're
a sec.
in.
What team is War on?
War's on the villains, so he's good. He's on the blue team.
Okay.
He's the captain of the blue team. Fun fact. The knife does
I
land
did
over
not
the
know
cupcake.
that because our first game for my team, the Freeloader and Freeloaders, had to happen right during the Overwatch draft.
Casino Rush comes
No.
out from Tedium, and an opening pick onto S-Wrath. Losing out on that Cassidy early in this fight is not good for the hopes of the villains to bring it back. But Cupcake is in the back line pretty aggressively here. Has Pulse Pop decided to whip it out.
Whalefish.
Goes up, but
Amazing.
Willfish again. Everybody's contributing here this fight for the Gatos. A lot of red.
That was a nasty stick. That was just yeeted. Who did that stick to? Did that stick to Zyno? I assume it did.
I'm not sure.
It looked like it stuck.
Oh, he's good. That's all that matters. He's still here with us.
Yep.
Esrath has High Noon here for the recontest. A slow orb comes out from Whale to stop their push. Cupcake's in a pretty awkward spot. They use the shot from Yoda to get in.
They're putting some pressure on Yak.
So Zane gets
Cupcake's
headshot.
No, yeah, Cupcake's dead. He recalled straight into that rampage.
That was a huge rampage from Canary. We've locking down the 4 members who were on the points. She dropped on in and got that.
Yeah.
And now, with 15% remaining on the point, that might just be the map. They might
I
get one
think it
last
is.
desperation touch, but
Cupcake might get it, or Sarath. It has to be on Sarath.
the blade, though, comes out from Yak.
But-
Shady Fish goes on down, so with no speed boost, might be kind of tough here.
He does touch, but
And Yoda gets one.
Yak goes down. Touches again. He just kind of. He doesn't get the last touch.
And that's going to do it for
And-
map 3. The Gatos are on match point of getting paged their first win as a captain of all time. So, this is a big deal.
Oh, everyone has an actual icon. That's cool. Sorry. Such a lovely. Yeah, this is what I had seen earlier with the 4K, right?
It turned into a 4K, I believe, with these 2 headshots at the end, yeah. A little bit nasty out from Willfish back on the St. Hanzo. Anyway, do not go anywhere. Does it happen in the next map? Does Paige get the first win? We'll have to wait and see.
This
Don't go
COVID's
anywhere.
Killing me.
Overwatch Clash continues after this.
These beats are the purest. Prove it.
We're in. Are we live?
Yep. We just went live right started to say that. So welcome back everybody to the Overwatch Clash Season 4 Week 1 matchup between the Vancouver Villains and the
Sorry.
Los Gatos, the Gaudalajaras. The Guadalajaras, they are they're one map away here from breaking the curse of Page Captain. We've come this close many times already though. And we made a wholesale comp swap to hopefully bring them home.
Yeah. What he said. Alright. Let's see. Changes.
Fortunate for you.
They have put Yak on support. I
They
don't
put-
know how to feel about this. I mean, as long as you have Teddy and Yak on the same team, it's always going to work out. But
I mean, you want Will pushing Canary on snipers on this map, basically. And it
yep, that adds up. Zainu on tank. You know what? They're gonna win. I promised Zainu I'd say that.
right to say that he gets rocked on a spot.
I didn't say it might actually happen, but I promised Zainu that I'd say that he would win if he ever got tank.
And a bit of a Hanzo duel going on right up, but Canary opens up with a headshot on the Witherin. And with that, oh, that was a nasty shot from Canary. I'm glad I got that. But Cupcake,
He dies for it, but that was cool as hell.
yeah, she did hit a pretty swag shot there, not gonna lie. But now it's just a Hanzo off across the cavernous. Displays of Junkertown. They will have Xenobaba using a bit of eating. Check his team isn't healthy, but the cart still progresses forward here. But this is where the defense likes to hold because it's favorable for their spawns. But Whalefish is just trying to get one pick here to bring it in the team's favor. Teddy was 1 HP though. Oh, but Canary swings on through with the peel.
They manage to contest, but I don't think they're gonna live. Immortality's out. Srath is down.
Canary.
It's a tank duel. And
Yeah,
Yak gets war.
Yoda gets
And
the wall off,
he
but
is kicking Withering to death. No, with no supports, this Yoda goes down really fast, and the Guadalajarans. Is that what it is?
that's the Los Gatos de Guadalajara. Oh, that's right. What? I look
Do we
over.
have a replay function?
No.
Because I missed all of that.
I look away for 2 seconds, and Ezra finds 2 in the kill feed just to bring it back. But the point was captured here for the Gatos. They did get point A with a pretty good time bank. Didn't use any ults. You're feeling pretty good. And now Canary has sights, a dangerous thing.
Let's see, where is Canary on my keyword? There we go.
She's looking for anybody here, looking for a bit of damage here. Cupcake did fall low, but we'll get healed right back up here with the help of Withering. The response from Esrath!
Yeah, that's a rock. Oh, it's not a rock, it's a headshot.
That's a rock into a headshot. Willfish, please stop peeking the Widow with sights. It was. I almost wanted to say that that Willfish was him, but just couldn't quite land that final blow. Oh, okay. Esrath, okay. It was a.
Ezrath is popping off.
This is
Go
a Widow
Ezrath.
duo for the century. These wheels are going
This
crazy.
is giving me season 3 when people finally realized that Decay was good vibes. It was that map, I think it was Rialto, against the Shock, where Decay finally decided to stop sandbagging.
Oh. Speaking of sandbagging, Willfish step back to spawn. As Cupcake finds a headshot. Falls pretty low, does get back in time to get healed up by the team. Sonic on the high ground. Here comes the Dragons out from Cupcake. Will isolate Xena Baba as Yoda goes up in the air for the Flux. Not gonna find anything, I believe, but Teddy pays for it with her life. As the fight continues to go in the favor. And despite, you know, Canary's heroics on point A, it's looking pretty rough here on point B.
God, I play too much League. I just call the team killing ace. What is wrong with me?
Esrath's going pretty crazy right now. The Widowmaker has turned it on, and now Canary, no longer wanting the Widow's smoke, goes over onto the Genji. Yoda.
I think this is actually a really good swap, considering that both DPS are snipers. This allows them to just get in. Whalefish, not even needing Canary's help, just getting a insta-kill with onto Yoda is going to open this cart right open.
I'm going to say it, ladies and gentlemen. Xena Baba hit the Swiffer Wet Jet whiff of the day! Woo!
You just said words. I don't know what that means.
He got nothing on the Flux, so he hit the Swiffer Wet Jet.
Ooh.
Biggest
I
whiff
was
of the
on
week.
stress POV on that one. That was brutal.
And now we have Cupcake is pretty isolated off to the corner. Not too much help from the squad. Will they get touch in time? Looks like they will. They use the rally and the window, but a trance counters out both the support ultimates. As now Yoda
and as
just
well
living as
Sonic
long as they can.
A storm volley. That storm volley to the back of the head will also end a brick rally pretty consistently.
I am surprised the Ethra is sticking on this, especially now they're just hunting him down with the Zen, with the Genji. Ezra maybe swaps here now that Cupcake is over onto the Ashe, but Willfish coming alive yet again. Ezra sticks on this Widow. Does Cupcake swap? Because, I mean, Canary now is pretty uncontested on this Genji. They have the Brig, but might be kind of tough to stop with just the Brig. She will get in their back line.
Fast pick. I mean, it worked really well on that first point, but the farther that the Gatos get, the less and less effective this Widow is going to be. Case in point.
Yeah, I mean, Willfish has also come alive here on the Hanzo.
Great flex from Zynu to help equalize this.
Well, that was a flux from Yoda, but close enough.
Correct. I was testing your knowledge.
You're
Definitely
testing,
did not just mix up names.
Testing my ability to read, keeping me young and focused. I like it. Anyway,
Yes.
both DPS ults here ready for the Gatos.
Like, Whalefish is just under. Oh, Teddy. He missed that Teddy somehow.
Okay, Canary's blade shut down basically instantly. And the dragon strike cannot find too much. So the Shimada brothers use both their ultimates and get 0 kills for it. And now the villains are stabilizing at the end of point C as Ethras has swept on the Tracer to put some pressure onto that Hanzo and Genji combo.
An amazing swap for Strath, realizing that getting just like last map, getting in Whalefish's face is how you kill Whalefish. Just letting him stay there uncontested is what gets him all this value.
And now Canary's on Ashe as well. She's going to match Cupcake. Cupcake does have Bob, though. Oh. Cupcake doesn't need Bob to find the headshot.
Also has a gun.
Canary taken down. She was too busy looking for the Tracer of Esrath. Or Srath. I don't know if it is anymore. Elko's making fun of me in chat, so I'm guessing it's Srath.
I was right. Aha.
I don't know. It was all we said Esrath all last season. He said nothing, so we just assumed that it was okay. But Whalefish returns the favor. The flux from Zane, looking for it.
Oh,
does find 2.
He
forced out of flux,
fails to kill the immortality.
But Whalefish has already found the kill on War, and now the DPS for the Gatos find the support line.
There's a bomb.
Pulse bomb goes down, and Canary lighting the kill feed with Whalefish. The DPS coming alive. They will have Window. They will have Bob. It's last fight territory for both our teams. Bob comes out onto the cart. Zane is very deep right now. But
Zainu just eats it.
Instantly melted Esrath will go down. It's an exchange. War was close to the rally there, but the Window from Withern has been putting in a lot of work, a lot of picks. Zane with a desperate swap over onto the Diva, but now Yak is 1v1ing a Sigma as a Zenyatta. He's trying to go for it.
Does Teddy touch? Teddy does not not touch in time. Damn it, Teddy.
They're actually
playing. They probably wouldn't have finished that point anyway.
Probably not.
Of all the ults, but you would have procced overtime.
You would have procced overtime, but now the advantage is though you can say we would have won overtime had we procced it. You have that advantage. You have the mental win in your head. So, thoughts?
No, no thoughts. Head empty.
You throw on purpose. Sickness.
I don't think that's how that works. That's my thought. My thought is I don't think that's how that works.
That's not how the Force works.
Correct.
Do we see swaps? I mean, both
probably.
teams.
I saw Zainu pull out the Diva at the last second. Canary on the May. I don't like it.
Are they going? They might be going for a spawn hold just to get the time drained out the clock.
Yeah. Maybe. Does Canary have like every Spitfire skin?
I think she bought this account, so I'm guessing it was a fan of Spitfire. But I mean, she also has a lot of the Overwatch League tokens, so.
Yeah, I mean, over the years, I got every Philly Fusion skin, so I don't blame her. In fact, I respect it.
I have a lot of Hangzhou Spark, I think, for pink, but I literally had no affiliation with any team whatsoever. Oh, Soul Dynasty, because I like that. I like the black and gold. Anyway, going forward, Esrath on the Widow, Canary on the May. So the long-range battle will go
wall holding.
They are not spawn holding. I don't really see the point of the May, but maybe she'll show us all up. You know, she's proven it before. She can make it work. I think at this point you gotta just put all your faith in Canary to make it work.
We believe in you, Canary. Don't fuck up.
Going on.
Are we allowed to swear? I probably should have asked that before I said
we try not to, but one is good enough. We'll keep our PG-13 rating.
Yeah, we'll keep the PG-13 rating. No more.
Cupcake is the opening pick over onto Whalefish. And the dynamite does land, forces out Zainababa a little bit backwards. Canary trying to stop the point for as long as she can here with her wall, with her ice block. She's stalling for as much time as she can, but now with no cooldowns, it's a pretty rough fight to take. Playing this nice and slow is going to be the Vancouver Villains. Gatos trying to find one. Canary already has a blizzard and throws it on down.
I thought it got eaten.
It doesn't. Where'd it go?
I think it got eaten. I don't think it showed up in the cam, but I'm positive. I think Yoda actually ate it.
And now the picks are here for the Villains. Continue to be pushing back.
Canary's Canary's thing, for one reason or another, did not go off. If it went off, they probably would have won that team fight. I think that's just what we call a small indie dev moment.
It's either that or maybe got thrown on the high ground somewhere we just didn't see it, but who knows? Sticking on the Mei, though, is going to be Canary. She's just going to be trying to hold the high ground kind of by herself.
Yeah, I do like the Mei pick a lot more for second point. I say that as she just gets blown up. Great job, Canary.
But we also see Willfish coming alive again on the Hanzo, finding multiple picks last few fights. They use the bomb. The nice rock from Yoda locks down that window. And now he continues to walk forward, isolating the Baptiste, Tedim, and Yak. Oh, okay. We're using the Flux to swoo! That might be the Swiffer Wedge Jet. That is... Wow. Yoda, I like the confidence. I don't like the execution. And Canary finally sweeps over onto Tracer off of the Mei.
I also still have mixed feelings about that, but for different reasons.
Oh, right around the shield of Zainobaba.
That was the reason.
Yoda actually hit the geometry on him right there. Yoda on the Sigma, put in some work right now. Put in some more work, Yoda.
Yoda doing Yoda things. As a person who used to play with Yoda, never doubted him for a second.
I mean, he hit like the worst flux known to man, then follows up like a 4K next fight. So understandable.
That does sound like Yoda.
Oh, Willfish will stay alive, but the rock and dynamite combo is almost up. Ezra has like 1 HP, by the way. If anybody decides to heal him up, looks like they will. Zane goes on in. Zane is very weak, might lose his mech if they're not careful. Doesn't get healed up, and now Canary exchanges the pick over on the BAP. The Suzu is just in time from Yak to keep Teddy in the fight. Perfectly timed.
I believe in you, Teddy.
Canary down. Teddy has the window if they decide to use it right now. Yoda does have the Rudiflux coming on up. But Yak on the flank has found Esra, so that the window there. The long-range control is gone. And now Zane pushing forward very aggressively. Has the self-destruct if they need it. Looks like they're going to use it. Bomb doesn't find anything.
That would have been an awesome bomb. I wish that was an awesome bomb.
Bob out from Cupcake. Point control. I mean, Bob went on a vacation down in the out. I mean, look at him. He's just chilling on the staircase. He can't see anybody.
Yep. Go Bob. Good Bob. We love Bob.
Anyway,
he's
Ezra gets a kill.
He's not doing anything, but he's standing there looking pretty.
Both supports lift up into the Flux. Immortifield and Suzu exchanged. But Cupcake has found Willfish in the meantime. And now Tedium jumps into the opposition. An absolutely insane man. And now Zane is going to get staggered as well with no self-destruct. Oh my god. No need for a stagger in that headshot like that. Willfish and Canary deepest ults are engaged here. War has the rally. But it's last fight territory. Oh, Bob sent flying. And Bob gone already. So now it's such a hero blade from Willfish. The Suzu comes on out. Here comes the blade in the back lane. Finds a dash reset. No, he can't. Just off. It's a 1-for-1. But the rally is on point from War. Keeps the villains nice and healthy in the meantime. They're trying to build anything up here. Any last second ultimates. But the spawns are heavily in favor of the Gatos. They look at Teddy, but it's just War and Yoda stacking up for their lives. But with 3 minutes left in the time bank, you gotta feel pretty good about our chances since to him at 5.
I agree with that. I think that granted, I have seen 3-minute holds on point C. It is doable.
But just look at the ults too coming up here for both these teams. The huge advantage here for the villains. They can just almost like brute force this through. Especially if S-Wrath or Cupcake can find an early pick. Could be devastating. Zane does have the self-destruct though.
Really tonight on how Nutty Zainu's bomb is here.
See if he decides to use it aggressively or you save it for that reset. S-Wrath has this dragon. Willfish is burning but gets killed right back up. Tedium close to a window. The ults are slowly building here for the Gatos, but Canary goes on down. But Yak trying to stay alive for as long as he possibly can. Zane loses out on the mech. Has the self-destruct for the recontest. The Bob from Cupcake thrown out. Finds Willfish. I mean, War is just fighting point by themselves right now. They use the flux. Lifts up both supports. 0.55 meters remaining. Canary can touch for only but a second. And now we're going to map 5. The first victory for Paige is not just in stone. We got to take it a distance.
Just confirming, what team is Paige on again?
She is the manager for the Gatos.
Got it.
She's a captain, doesn't have to play. But she has never won a game as a captain, I believe, in 4 tries. So this is her 5th try. So if she loses, the streak continues. But we'll have to see.
They have to win for Teddy.
For Yak.
Teddy can't
For
be
all the
put
cat
subject
teams
to
of
a
the past.
winless season. Yep.
Does it happen? Well, we'll just wait and see. Our side's break. Don't go anywhere. This map 5 banner continues after this short break.
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
And welcome on back, everyone, to Map 5 of Aurora Overwatch Clash, Season 4, Week 1 matchup between the Vancouver Villains and the Los Gatos de Guadalajara. This could be the difference between the curse continuing or a 3-year curse breaking, as we go on to Cervasa as a final blow, a final breath of hope for the Gatos.
But I just learned about Panini's curse. Panini, don't mess this up for Yak and Teddy.
Panini's curse.
Isn't Panini? Didn't you just say that she hasn't won a single game?
Paige.
That she's coached?
Paige.
Paige?
Yeah.
Paige.
Not Panini.
Sorry, both of their names start with the letter P. All right. It's close enough.
P-A, in fact.
P-A,
in fact, it has 2 letters that are the same. And it's a mirror on both sides, so that's kind of cool. Mirror match here on Cervasa, looking to put some work on in.
I will say, Teddy and Yak have a lot of experience with this comp after having to play an entire collegiate season of it.
Oh, Yak is very weak in the back line, but the shot from Kinnick is nice and healthy, and the Suzu comes out as well. Right now, both teams jabbering for this first pick, and Whalefish will be the first to fall. Yoda does get pulled in, so it's an exchange for 1-for-1.
And with it being 1-for-1, it does allow the Gatos to take point.
Especially now, it's Canary staying there, strong and healthy. She almost has this rampage here, probably next fight. But
I agree with that. Full fight ahead of Yoda on ult charge. Looks like Yoda is taking a flank, but in doing that, just leaves Sarath right open.
And that's gonna be another.
Teddy.
I mean, they get Teddy, but the fight is. I mean, the point does flip, but the fight has been lost a long time ago. You will get a free, 8%, but it's not meant to last. I mean, they're giving these
on the way out.
And they have 3 members. They could look to recontest this. Canary does have the rampage should she decide to use it. 55% to the beat. Probably won't have it in time.
Yeah.
And Teddy going down early, that's not a good sign for the Gatos' hopes in this fight. Potentially a change here from Canary, swings on in. It's a 3-man rampage, but the beat there to match it. And with both supports gone for the Gatos, it might be curtains unless Whalefish has a clutch moment here, which he possibly could. The Soldier 1-on-1 and Cupcake wins it with the melee. The point is still in favor of the Gatos.
Yak doing his magic.
Oh!
Yak messing up the magic.
No magic to be found, but the C9?
They
cannot touch.
Cupcake C9s.
Slid off the point and couldn't get back to it in time.
Got all of that. That was an amazing. Yak looked one way. Cupcake just happened to be on the other way and just right-clicked him in the head.
Now you look at the ultimates here. Esrath close to the Dragon Blade, but the beat from Panini will be there probably to respond unless they go fast here. 20% counting to that. Yoda will have the rampage for the contest here. The user casino rush to begin with. Overclock from Cupcake on the side. Whalefish first to fall. They use the Suzu. And Yoda sees that as the opportunity to press that Q key and go on in. Yak falls, but they use the beat here. It's turnable here as Yak has gone into the backline, fall multiple members. Yak and Teddy are clutching this up for the Gatos. And the point flips here early for them despite the initial disadvantage.
It's that magic I was telling you about. Playing for multiple seasons, like 2 years at this point on the same team as a duo. Teddy and Yak, they just have this level of trust that lets them take on anything. Recently, now looking at it, the Yoda swapping over to the Zarya. I think this is a decent pick, especially if Yoda has experience. Where's the blade? The blade gets value.
Which is more than can be said for most blades. It gets 1, but here comes the rampage followed up. Both DPS are getting aged up with that one. The Suzu from Wither is only good for 1. And that's going to be a cleanup coming in here for the Gatos. And now 1-fight territory here for point 2. Sends those to a match and map point.
Cupcake swapping over Witherin as well. Lots of swap. In fact, a total composition swap from the villains. It looks like there's a cheeky preemptive attack attempt. And it works. Cupcake goes down.
Cupcake goes down. They have no chance of touching this point. And now they're going to get staggered out here as well as the members, the following, the supports are gone. Yoda takes himself out of the battle. And now we're going off to Palace. This could be it. This could be Captain Page's first victory. But let's not count our kittens before they hatch. Let's see it. They are in a pretty good spot, though, to take this. Fair enough. The Shitty Fish close to this beat here, ready to go in. Yak with the blade for the counter. Tedium engages here with the Gusine Rush. They're going to go hard. They put some work in, but the beat from Shitty Fish will counteract that, but Yak still has this blade. Goes for it, whips on out, finds one. Can he find another? Genji experience. Woo! Didn't die during blades. That's good. That's better than most, but the kills are coming here in favor of the villains. And Yoda building up towards that Graviton Surge with finally getting some charge during that battle. And you win that fight for just your beat. Not too shabby for the Vancouver villains. Try to make this reverse sweep happen on this map 5. Here's no thoughts.
Sorry, I meant to talk, but I was fighting a cough.
Fair enough. Big grab. Finds 3 members, but 3 members, 0 kills. And they're going to go in. The Blizzard not going to do too much as Canary just rampages on out of it. Canary is falling weak, but the picks are here. Yak is going crazy. It's a Genji off here. Canary falls to Cupcake, and Esrath are trying to exchange it back here. Cupcake has the blade, but Cupcake might not need it. As Esrath and Cupcake clutch this up somehow for the Vancouver Villains. They're both so weak. 8 HP, 32 HP combined between the 2 of them.
Great job, villain. Sorry, that was a yawn.
Great job. Me when I watch a Genji get a 5K. That's a snoozer.
Sorry. I've been studying. I have a Japanese test tomorrow.
Anyway, Cupcake is gonna die.
Yeah, Cupcake's dead. Overwatch. Overwatch.
The overclock and overtime and Overwatch? This is crazy. Willfish 16 HP will get the mini, though.
That's the thing I can do, I swear. I swear I have... I've been trying to keep saying that I have this type of descriptive word, but I always blank on it. It's not cognizance. I mean, I have that, but...
You are aware of your existence?
Yes.
You have sentience?
I have consciousness.
Well, that's good.
It's what's a word that describes having good grammar that starts with a C?
Cognizant? I guess
yes,
not.
cognizance.
Anyway, we have Blade coming up. Blade Blizzard. It's last fight territory for this point, but Yak and they have support roles for both on the Gatos. They're going to engage very fast here, but the Blade from Cupcake will get counteracted by the Blade, by the beat. And the picks are coming here right now as the Yak pulls out the blade of their own. You did use 3 ults there if you are the Gatos, but you're now in last fight territory. And only a grab and a beat to try to stop this. The Gatos are 1 fight away from breaking the curse.
1 fight away, break the curse.
And
no
Canary's flanking.
Supernatural events shall happen in my game.
Canary is flanking for a rampage.
They know it. They don't know it.
They don't know.
They know now.
She goes on through, finds 3 members. As that goes down, the Blizzard is gone. The anti is there. Can anybody touch? They will get a last second get test, but the kills are coming here. The Gatos have done it. The Gatos are 1 kill away. Shitty Fish trying to keep the curse alive, but it cannot do it. And that's going to do it. The curse has been lifted. And Paige has got that. A 1 in the win column is finally theirs after so many tries.
Good job, Paige. We're proud of you. Everyone else specifically, because they have the background. I'm just proud that a game has been won. Oh, God.
I don't care the backstory or really anything. I'm just happy that a team won the game.
Yep, that's me. A guy who hasn't touched this game in 2 months. Happily not touched this game in 2 months. I feel like I need to add that adjective.
And now... we have the privilege of naming Paige's first player to be named player of the game.
Who is it? Because I missed games 1 and 2, so you're the one who's naming this.
Nah, honestly, it's probably Whalefish. He's put in a lot of work on the sniper characters.
Okay. Willfish, you win. A winner is you.
We'll bring him in
Now
for
what?
We'll bring him in for a quick couple question interview. Then
All
I'll
right, so
set
we're
this up.
kidnapping Willfish. Got it.
That's correct.
right. Hi, Willfish. We've kidnapped you. You now have to answer a set of questions before we let you go.
Oh shit. Alright.
You have to answer our riddles. Thank Gatos for being the player of the match and getting the first win. Honestly, I want to know first off the team environment. You know, as Paige got her first victory as captain.
You mean like at the end?
Yeah, kind of like the final moments.
It was hype. I think Panini at the end was like, Paige, we did it. And then everyone was very happy about it.
It's kind of like the LeBron James, Cleveland, this is for you. Yeah, kind of like that. Love to hear it. What have you got, GMD?
I do have one question. What has caused Teddy to be stuck in support jail?
I was under the assumption that he signed up as support this season. I don't know if that's the case.
That would make sense. Usually to get stuck in support jail, you do have to sign up as support.
I think
just
that
kidding.
might.
I've been
signed
playing
up
with
as, like,
Teddy
any
for
other-
2 years on DPS, so it is just surprising to see him in the support role. He did really well in it. Some nutty kills. Ugh.
And Wellfish, before we send you on your way, it's late at night, so we all want to go to bed, but you got to answer El Clasico for me before we send you on your way. If you were not Paige's first player to ever get player of the match, who would it be and why?
I think I would have to give that to Chloe, aka I don't remember. What her name is.
Angel,
Canary,
Canary,
Angel, Canary, Chloe, whatever you want to call her. Lots of good shot calling from her. Always setting up plays, especially on the flashpoint maps. Setting up a lot of trap plays, it's push up, speed in, or push up and
And when we saw a bunch
rush
of
in.
the flanking rushes or your early Cassini rushes go on in heavily with a shout, it just all seemed well coordinated. So that'll be it for us here. Congratulations again on getting the victory. The Gatos have broke the curse, and here's to many more.
True. All right.
Yes,
Thank you.
here's to many more curses. Or curse breaking. I don't really know which one.
That's going to do it for us here at the Aurora Overwatch Clash for week 1. The Gatos versus the Vancouver Villains, a map 5 banger that delivered. The Paige curse has been broken, but now the Villains are going to be on the revenge tour. So definitely things to look forward to in the coming season. This was our first game of Season 4. We hope everybody enjoyed. For Zaften, I've been Booney. Have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, stay
Bye,
healthy. Have a great
everybody.
rest of your evening, everyone.
If you
Bye-bye.
don't hear from me again, I might be dead.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.